Okay, let me know if it's working now. I'm so sorry. This program sometimes works so good and sometimes it's just such a pain. Yay, okay. I just switched browsers. I don't know. I was using Google, now I'm using Safari. So woohoo! All right, awesome. Well, welcome. I'm gonna keep my glasses on because it's embarrassing. I go cross-eyed. You guys don't want to see that. So yay! So what I was saying before was I finally got my bronzing products in on Saturday, and I was really nervous to give it a try, but I just literally tried it on like an hour ago, and I'm liking the results, you guys. It's not a like deep dark color, but it's like a light tan. So it looks very natural. It doesn't look orange at all. So 2 thumbs up for me. And I'm what someone else called it, a tanning virgin. So I had no idea what I was doing, but washed my hands. My hands aren't orange either, so that's good. Okay, so let's talk about fast tracking. Have you guys had an enjoyable first week of the program? Did you guys like the call last week? Did you like the tasks? Give me a little bit of feedback. I saw that most of you, so a few things that you guys should have already done is your dream board, right? Your positive words of affirmation. So comment if you guys have been saying those every day, talking to yourself in a really positive way, giving yourself a good, like, you know, self-talk every day about how awesome you are and how great you're going to be at this company and at your business. Cassidy posted some awesome organization tips. Basically, the whole goal for that first week is to get in the right mindset. Start reading some books. So comment with the book that you're reading right now. Thinking positively and getting organized. So your mindset's in the right place, your business is in the right place, and you are just feeling really good. So that you can take the things now that we're going to say to do and implement them really effortlessly, okay? And I've got some awesome things to share with you guys. So on our group, I asked you if you would commit to doing something simple every day in your business if it can change your total business. So many of you commented that you would commit. So I'm going to hold you to that. I'm going to hold you to it, okay? This is going to be a team thing that we're going to do. So I actually have a PowerPoint prepared for today. I'm going to switch over to that. So give me just a second. During the PowerPoint, I won't be able to see your comments, but I'll have my phone with me. So if you want to, if you need to message me or something, or you have something you want me to cover, I'm going to plug my phone in so it doesn't die. Message me really quick, okay? All right, so let me go over to that. Oops, I gotta do this first. Give me a second. I forgot what I was doing. Screen share. Okay, it's not working. All right. Well, I have a PowerPoint and it's pretty dang awesome, but we're gonna wing it. But I'll put the PowerPoint up afterwards so you guys can look at it and check it out. I don't know if it's because I'm like technically logged in on another person. Oh well, I don't know, some technical issues. So we're just gonna go. All right, so I talked about what we went over last week, okay? One thing that I really want you guys to realize is that this is a team building business, okay? Team building business. The way that you get to pink, the way that you get to blue, the way that you get green, it's all about building a team. So if you want to be really successful in this business, it comes down to building a team, and that's what we're going to talk about today. I know a lot of you had questions like, I need help sponsoring. How do I sponsor? I want to sponsor, I'm just not sure how. So that's what you guys are going to get today, okay? Is that, you guys can see me, right? Okay. Green status. So I want to go over some of the benefits of building a team because not all of you are totally aware of all the awesome things that come with our leadership position of green status and above. When you hit green status, you get some awesome things. Number one, you get recognized by the corporate team, by our team. I try to recognize you on your Facebook page. I try to reach down deep until our team gets too big. I can't do that. But if you're not direct to me, I try to recognize you as well. You get more pay. So you get now 30% commission off your own retail sales and you get 5% off of your circle. Okay, and we're going to talk about compensation later, but you get 5% off your circle. So if you're not sure what that is, let me know. You also, once you hit it twice, you get invited to Unified, and I heard Katie Crowder and shoot, I can't remember who else. Is it? Anyways, there's several that are going in April. It's awesome. They're gonna have a blast. They get to go to Utah, have everything taken care of. All they have to pay for is the transportation to get there. They get their meals taken care of. It's training. You get to meet one-on-one with Derek and Melanie. It's awesome. You get a tour of the corporate office. You guys, it's amazing. It's like the most amazing weekend ever. The best thing about it is, though, you get to see the vision of the company, and that can totally change your business. I know for Cassidy, it was life-changing. She went, she's like, okay, I know what I need to do for my business, and she promoted rather quickly to purple right after that. So it can definitely change your mindset and the things that you do in your business. What else was I going to say? Oh, and then at Unified, you get rewarded with your unique charm bracelet that's only for Elite and above. They are allowing, if you're in a different country, to get that bracelet separately, since it may take a little bit longer to get to Unified. Yes, Callie, that was the other person I was thinking of. I think she's going in April too. So there's a whole group from our team, which is awesome. I'm so excited for you guys. Am I missing anything else? Oh, our Elite retreat. That, of course, I have been planning things for you guys. I'm so excited. We're going to go on a weekend in June in Arizona. All the elites on our team that can make it to an exclusive retreat just for our team. And the only thing is you just have to hit green twice between February and May. So you got February, March, April, and May. So you got this month. So if you are close, if you are in 3,000 on your team, you guys, you can push, you can do it. But even if you don't hit it this month, you've got April, you've got May. So you've got plenty of time to make it happen, okay? I think that is pretty much everything, all right? Oh, some other cool things, you get into the Elite group with Facebook with corporate. So you get to hear announcements and things first. Tori does a call for elites. That's awesome. You get to hear stuff. You get to hear from Tori. And then at convention, you get to walk across the stage. It's awesome. Like last year, I think it was like 15 minutes of greens walking across the stage. It was pretty darn incredible. If you don't want to take 15 minutes, get to orange and purple and black, because those are shorter because there's less people there. All right, so we're going to talk about sponsoring today. So if you want to be successful in this business, you have to sponsor. And sponsoring is a skill. It's an attitude and a skill. So we've already talked a little bit about attitude. The books that you read, that's going to help with attitude and getting in the right mindset of sponsoring, okay? I feel like mindset is probably number one. Number one, because if you don't believe that people are going to join you, you're not even going to act upon it, right? You're gonna stop yourself before you even get going. If you believe people are going to say no, or they're going to get, annoyed from what you're saying or anything like that, you aren't going to do the actions that you need to sponsor, okay? And I want you to look at your teams for right now and what your goals are. So a lot of you have these goals, and I want you to look at where you're at right now. If you are not growing as a team, now this is a business, so you should be looking at it as a business, which means you should be writing down your numbers. So if you haven't done this before, I highly encourage you, go back to January, February, December, November, whatever, whenever you joined, or the last 6 months, write down your team numbers. So November, we were at 5 people. December, we were at 8 people. November, each month you need to track and see what your numbers are. And if your team is not growing, it means you are not sponsoring enough. And I'm not talking about your team. I'm not talking about your upline. I'm talking about you, because you can only control what you do. So you are going to be the most motivated. You're going to be the person that wants that goal the most. You're the one with the vision. So you are the one that's probably going to be bringing in a lot of the people on your team. Okay, and if you were the past top sponsor in your team before, keep it going, because you're gonna be the one that revitalizes your whole team, grows your whole team. You have so much power that you can do. Okay, it's a balance, because you have your team and you have to. It's a teamwork. Teamwork makes everything work. Yes, 100%. But the other half of it is, if it's gonna be, it's up to me. Okay, and you have to kind of balance those. So you're supporting your team, believing in your team, knowing that your team is going to help you get there. But on the other hand, you're going to do a lot of the work up front until your team starts duplicating what you're doing. Okay, I'm looking at my notes here. And not everybody that you bring in is going to do something. So you need to release any guilt from that, okay? If you are doing your job, if you're contacting them, if you're inviting them to our new presenter training group, if you're sending them information, if you're helping them get their new presenter startup, and we'll actually talk about that on a whole separate call of what you can do to help that new presenter get going to be the most efficiently. But even if you do everything you absolutely can, some people are just not going to. They're just not. So I want you to release that guilt. Oh my gosh, I brought this person and they didn't do anything. I also want you guys to realize that this is a numbers game. It is 100%. Okay. No presenter has everyone that they bring in do stuff. Okay. So if you've brought in 7 people and you're frustrated that you haven't hit that spot, you don't have people duplicating what you're doing, you have to realize you just need to bring in some more people. So I'm going to read off some numbers. Maybe I can put it in the chat here so you guys can see. So these are numbers that other people sponsored and how many out of they sponsored were qualified last month. So they're personally sponsored. I'll put it in the chat. So one person, a leader that I'm going to mention later on, has sponsored 270 people. Okay. Out of those 270, 70 were qualified last month. You guys, that's like a fourth of her team was qualified. That means they at least did 125. That's not even like 500 or 1,000. That's like 5 mascaras. Okay, that's little. A fourth of her team. That means 3/4 of her team had maybe no sales. We don't know. Maybe $5, maybe $20, maybe 30. Okay, another one, 150 sponsored, 32 were qualified. Another 83 sponsored, 19 were qualified. So if those numbers surprise you, I sound like Darth Vader here. That must have come in like, if those numbers surprise you, you guys have to know numbers. You do. You have to know numbers because it's so important. It tells you, okay, I just need to keep going. I need to bring in more people. I just haven't found those people. Okay. I want you guys to think of it like a card deck. Okay. Whether you play poker, you play other card games, you have how many cards in a card deck? You have 52 cards. How many not anymore. How many aces are in a card deck? 4. Only 4, you guys. Sometimes in this business, you are just looking for those aces. And just like luck in a card game, you might get all those aces right up front. You never know. When we're playing Uno and I get, all these wilds up front, I'm like, ooh, awesome, I got the wilds up front. But sometimes I don't get them until the end of the game, right? So you're looking for your 4 aces, right? Because your ultimate goal for a lot of you is to hit black status. That's 4 leaders. You might not find those 4 leaders until you have sponsored 52 people, okay? It's like 1 out of 10 of everyone that you sponsor should become a leader. That's the statistic. So if you only sponsor 10 people and you're hoping for that person that duplicates exactly what you're doing, you're going to need to sponsor some more people. So have I stressed yet that it's numbers, you guys? You got to be bringing in some more people, okay? And especially, okay, so I was talking to Brian Carruthers. He's with another direct selling MLM company, but he's a multimillionaire, like big money, okay? He's with a totally different type of company, but he said one of the things that he noticed is, when not all companies go through hypergrowth. Okay, it's very lucky. It's very rare. We are an amazing company that's going through hypergrowth, you guys. When your company is going through hypergrowth, you want to take advantage of that because it doesn't last. It's not going to last for 10, 15 years. I feel like we went through hypergrowth in 2013 or 2014, and I feel like 2015 there were little peaks, and I feel like we're going in hypergrowth again. I feel like we're still there. So he said the number one thing you want to do when your company is going through hypergrowth is to sponsor. Because you know what? People are hearing the message and they're ready and they're just getting as many on your team as you can, okay? So I want you guys to do an exercise. I want you to get a piece of paper, okay? And a pen. Do it. Don't just watch me do it. Do it, okay? We're gonna take a minute, all right? You're gonna get a pen and I want you to write down, we're gonna identify and write down some different fears that we have. Okay, that prevent us from sponsoring. So, piece of paper. If you want to write down 1 or 2 of them in the chat, that'd be great. I thought of a few, but you might think of some that I didn't think of. But I want you to write them down, okay? So, some that I thought of, I'm just going to kind of list them. If this validates how you feel sometimes, take that and write it down. If you could think of another one, go ahead and write down, okay? So, one I thought of was fear of not knowing everything. Okay, so the feeling that we need to know more about the company, more about the products before we can sponsor somebody. Fear of judgment from others. What are our friends going to think about us? You know, are they going to think, you know, we're crazy or we're annoying, okay? Which leads to the fear of feeling salesy. I don't want to talk to people because I don't know how to make it sound not salesy. I don't want to feel like them, you know, being pushy and salesy. Fear of not being the best. You know, maybe you came into this business not wanting to be average, and that fear of I have to be the best, I have to be the best is actually holding you back, which leads to fear of success. I know that sounds really weird, but that's totally a real thing. The fear of, you know what, I'm going to have all this success come to me and I'm not going to know how to handle it. We actually have someone on our team. I know she's not on this call and I'm not going to say her name, but her team grew very, very fast, very, very fast. And she was right at that edge of, you know, almost hitting green. And we're like, of course, she's totally going to hit green. And she told us, I don't want to be a leader. I don't want to be a leader. And she resisted it and she didn't want it. I think she was afraid of, you know, the time commitment, what she would need to do as a leader. She thought it was more than what she could handle. And now her team isn't even hitting pink. So she totally rejected the success that was coming to her. Some other fears you guys write. Fear of not leading well in order to duplicate, helping people be successful, right? Fear of judgment, fear of sounding like a crazy person. Yeah. Fear of time management. You know, maybe you work full time and you're afraid that if I get this going, how am I going to be able to manage it in my day? So you resist pushing forward. Fear of not being capable enough. I think that, you know, maybe that's a common thing with women, that we might feel a little bit insecure with what we're really capable of doing. Not feeling worthy of being successful, of deserving the income that can come to us. Not feeling important, not feeling confident. Okay, so I want you to physically write those down on a piece of paper really quick. Okay, we'll give you like another little minute here. Now I know this whole last week we talked about positive affirmations, but knowing what those fears are that are stopping you from progressing is really, really important. So I know for me, I have a fear of success. I've shared with many of you, so you guys are supposed to be keep writing. I've shared with many of you my story of, a lot of things. I was in a cross-country race and I had this opportunity. The girls actually went the wrong direction, but I had an opportunity to get in the lead of this race. And I was in the lead, and physically I was strong. I was doing really, really good. And mentally, in my mind, I told myself, I remember this like vividly, I told myself I didn't deserve to be in the first place, that I didn't deserve to win. And I let these other girls pass me and didn't win the race. So it's totally something that is mental, in your control of what you believe, what you're telling yourself, that narrative, that story. Okay, so take that piece of paper, crumple it up. Okay, crumple it up and throw it away. Do not let those fears govern your life anymore. Okay? They're not serving you. They are not helping you. They are preventing you from experiencing the most incredible success, you guys, you can ever experience with this company, with other areas in your life. So identify those fears, throw them in the trash, and decide that you're not going to experience that anymore, okay? And that's the last we're ever going to talk about negative feelings in this group, okay? You guys, if we have negative feelings, it makes us have inaction, prevents us from taking action. And action is what brings success. So today we're going to talk about the actions you can do for success. So we're going to talk about sponsoring, all right? First rule, no negativity allowed, okay? If you feel that fear, that negativity, those thoughts coming back in your mind, take a minute, breathe, whatever kind of exercise, go take a walk, go listen to music, whatever you need to do to clear those thoughts, and then get back to work, okay? So I feel like there are 3 ways to sponsor. And I'm sorry, my PowerPoint looked so organized and nice. You guys are going to be so impressed when you see it, but that's okay. There's 3 ways I feel like to sponsor. And we're going to talk about each of those, okay? This call might go a little bit over 30 minutes. So I'll scribble them out. I wrote them on my notes. So the 3 ways I feel like you can sponsor with Unique. Number 1 is attraction marketing. So that's when people are coming to you and asking you about, hey, I've seen you do this business. Hey, I have some questions about the business. They come to you. That is a real thing, by the way. The second one is through selling. So through your parties, through your customers, sponsoring your hostesses, things like that. And then the third way is prospecting by using tools. Okay. This is probably a new one. We haven't talked about this a lot on my team, and I'm so sorry because that's what we're going to talk about today. And that's what I want you to do. So the first one, attraction marketing, takes time. People have to come to you. It takes time. It's not immediate. The selling, you have to wait till you sell the products, right? Get those customers trying the products and then go back to them. Both of those ways work, but we're going to talk about the prospecting one first, okay? So prospecting by using tools and enlarging your network. So we each have a network. Your network is how many people that you know. You guys, we're in network marketing. The way to be successful is to increase your network. You have to do it. You have to increase your network, okay? Otherwise, you're going to be marketing the same people over and over again. So if you want to use Facebook, so let me clarify, if you want to use Facebook and you want to go big in this business, you really got to use Facebook. How many friends do you have? 100, 200 friends? Okay, so you're marketing to the same 100, 200 friends over and over again. All right, so you've got to enlarge your network. One of the best tips I have gotten ever in my business was through an Eric Worre event. And he said, basically, your wallet is as thick as your Rolodex, okay? So Rolodex, some of you don't even know what that is. I feel really old, but your contact list. How many people do you know? You guys, your network is everything, everything. And not just with direct sales, corporate jobs. You're networking. My husband is in a corporate job. Network is everything. Your relationships with other people, who do you know? That is everything in this life, you guys. It's all about who you know. It's not what you know, it's who you know. So we're going to help you enlarge your network. So I've got 3 things that you need to do. Okay, and like I said, I'll send you guys the PowerPoint if you are like taking notes a lot. Number 1, add to your network every single day 5 to 10 people every single day. Some of you are already doing this. Some of you have heard us talk about this but have resisted. Okay, all right, I'm not sure how to do that. All right, 5 to 10 friends every single day. Okay, 5 new contacts a day keeps the leads coming your way. That's what Sarah Robbins preaches. She's a multimillionaire in direct sales. Okay, I think she knows what she's talking about. Number 2 is you need to interact to build relationships. So you can't just add friends and then like never talk to them. Okay, you can't just add friends and then just cross your fingers and hope that all those posts on Facebook reach them somehow. There's Facebook algorithms, you guys. If you are interacting with them, they will see more of what you're posting. So you need to comment on their posts, okay? You need to message them and ask them about things in their life or just, interaction, okay? Be interested in what they're interested in. But definitely commenting on their post will bring your stuff up and they will see you as somebody that they know, okay? They'll feel like they know you. Use wording and tools. So our new how to sponsor is this system, you guys. I'm so excited about this. I can't even tell you. Okay, first off, I had a training this last weekend here at my house in Denver, and it was phenomenal. So plug for local meetings. If you can get to a meeting, do it. Because you know what? I feel like I'm pretty motivated, but I felt like I got my butt kicked at this meeting, and I'm like back to, oh my gosh, I know exactly what I need to do. I'm so excited. I'm so pumped up. I'm so ready to take my business to the next level. And now I know what I need to do. That's what meetings do. That's what any face-to-face, live, regional trainings, convention, you guys got to get in person. It's different than watching a video. It's totally different. So, some of you watched on Periscope. Hey, I didn't tape everything. There's one that I didn't get that we're going to talk about. Okay, so tools. So your new mantra, okay, this is how you're going to sponsor. You need to invite 5 people every single day to join this company, to learn more about this company. 5 people every single day. So I'm gonna ask you guys a hard question. You don't have to answer it. This is just for you. Now it's Monday. Sunday, I feel like that should be more of a family day. I don't expect you to work on Sundays. So let's talk about Saturday. Saturday, how many people did you invite to learn about the business? So answer for yourself. If the answer is 0, that is why you're not sponsoring. If the answer is 1, that is why you're not sponsoring, okay? It's a numbers game, you guys. You have to talk to more people. It really is just that simple. It's just inviting more people. So the rule is 5. 5 people minimum a day to invite. Now, I have some cool numbers because I'm a math geek, okay? So why 5? All right. So there's 365 days a year. If you take out all of the Sundays, okay, because like I said, maybe take Sundays off. If you don't want to take Sundays off, your number is going to be higher. There's 312 days a year outside of Sundays, okay? In direct sales, these statistics are for every 10 people you invite to join, 1 will join. 1 out of 10. That's every company, you guys. That's not like maybe. It's a statistic. Like they've done studies. That's a statistic. I love statistics. Okay, it's a statistic. You can depend on that. 1 out of 10, you guys. So if you have 312 days and you are messaging or talking to or inviting 5 people to join your business out of 312 days, let's do the math really quick. That is 1,560 people that you have invited to join your business over a year. 1,560 people, you guys. 10% of that means at the end of the year, you will sponsor 156 people. This almost seems too simple, right? You just have to invite 5 people. So let's go over the how, okay? Let's talk about the wording, the methodology, you know, method of doing that, okay? So Kelsey Stacy came to our training, and I haven't really talked with her before. I knew she was sponsoring a lot. Like I saw 1 month where she sponsored 20 people, and I was like, wow, you know, that's a lot. And she's a newer Black Status presenter, but I didn't really know her full story or anything like that. So she talked with us, and I'm actually going to share her training with you guys, and I would love for everybody to watch it because it's seriously gold. Okay, her goal is to sponsor 20 people every single month. Every single month, okay? Since June, she has sponsored 159 presenters, I think, since June. Since June. 159 presenters, okay? This is what she does. She invites 5 people every single day. And she's adding people to her network every single day on Facebook. She uses Facebook and YouTube. Those are the 2 main things that she uses. So she uses the 3 C's and if I would you. And these are not anything new. We've been promoting the 3 C's, call with Kara Cloyd since I joined basically. And if I were you, would you is something that Eric Worre teaches. So you can find information on both of those methods online on YouTube. And so that's what she did. She went online. Her sponsor actually has never talked to her. Okay, so she didn't get any help from her sponsor, never heard from her upline actually until about 2 weeks before she was about to hit green status. So she didn't get help from anybody. She did this all on her own. And so here's what she tells people, okay? She messages them, okay, so you're totally gonna think I'm nuts, right? That's the crazy part, but you would be awesome at what I do. There's the confidence, okay? Have you ever thought about starting your own makeup biz? If I send you a quick business overview, would you watch it? If I would you? And she has a 5-minute business overview that she then sends them. If they say yes, you know, she waits for them to respond, you know. If they say yes, then she sends it to them. And then she'll follow up with them. What do you guys think? She actually asked them, what was your favorite part of the video? So she doesn't start doing word vomit, right? A lot of people are wondering, well, what do I say to someone that's interested? Send them a quick video and then ask them what their favorite parts were. That prevents you from overloading all this information that they may not need to know. Like compensation, most people don't care, honestly. They don't care about compensation. They'll learn it later. They know you make money. So the specifics usually are not important to most people. So what's great about this tool is it's duplicatable. It's simple. Everyone on your team can do the exact same thing. So I have a video. I'm probably going to redo it a little bit. You can use my video. You can make your own video. I'll share with you guys Kelsey's video on our group that you can watch. But it's just short and sweet and energetic and talks about some other things. Amber Voigt has a video. Tons of leaders have videos. But it's a tool that anyone on your team can use, whether they're brand new or, you know, whatever extent of knowledge you have, right? You can have a brand new presenter come into your team and you can teach her this method. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to message 5 people every single day, and I want you to do this, and here's the tool, and you send it to them. They can do that even if they don't have the products. I love it. So simple. This is how Amber Voigt sponsors, and she's one of the top sponsors in the entire company, you guys. This is how the top sponsors sponsor. They don't wait for people to come to them. They are actively out there enlarging their network and getting people to know about this business. So here's what I want you guys to do today and tomorrow. This is going to be your task, and then I'll talk about the other 2 ways to sponsor. I crumpled up my piece of paper. You're going to write down those that you know. And you know, you may have done this at the beginning of your business. Do it again. okay? I want you to write out everybody you know. It should be at least 80 people. It might be 200 people. You're going to write down those that you know, your network, okay? You're going to think of your friends, your family, actually have some worksheets I'll upload to the group that will help you with brainstorming who to write down. I want you to think of everyone you know. And then I want you to write a star next to the people that, number one, right? Put a star next to those that are outgoing, okay? Put a star next to those that maybe are already customers of yours that have purchased unique, or maybe purchased unique from somebody else. Put a star next to anyone that's hosted for you. Put a star next to people that love makeup. Maybe put a star next to someone that is active on social media or already has a large network. Like if you look on their network and they already have like 1,000 or 2,000 friends, that person would get a big star, okay? People that you know are influential. And then you're going to go through that list and you're going to start with the stars and you're going to contact them. And you're not going to be afraid because we just threw away all of our fear, right? You're not going to be afraid. Let me go back to my PowerPoint really quick. So the secret is consistency. Now, you may not see results right away. You may have 2 weeks where you're messaging 5 people every day and you're not seeing any results. You know what? It takes time. Timing's everything. So Kelsey mentions in her training that she did that she had 8 people join last month that she had first talked to in June. So it took 6, 7, 8 months. But you know what? In the meantime, she's talking to other people. So that leads me to a maybe later list, okay? When you have people that are interested that say they're totally going to join, you need to write their name down on a maybe later list, okay? And then you're still contacting your 5 people every day. You're not depending on them. You're not crossing your fingers. You know, when they're ready to join, they're ready to join. And you follow up with them, okay? Success is a sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. And that's true for everything, you guys. I mean, exercise, talents. I teach piano lessons. And I can always notice a difference between those that practice every day and those that try, once a week just to get by. They just progress so much faster, okay? So let's talk about the other 2 ways of sponsoring because those are also going to be part of your business plan. Sponsoring through selling, okay? So the more you sell, the more you sponsor. So if you're selling 125, 500, you're probably not going to be meeting a lot of new customers. The more you sell, if you get to that 2,000, 3,000 mark, you're bringing in a lot of customers. That's your network, you guys. That's going to lead you into people to follow up with, okay? So the biggest secret with this is following up and asking. So many of you probably follow up, but maybe you just don't do the step about the presenter. So I keep it really simple. I just ask, have you ever thought about becoming a presenter? And I do this after I follow up with them when they get their products. How are you loving your products? What's your favorite thing about your new products? That's great. I'm so glad you're loving your products. Have you ever thought about becoming a presenter? And then you can go right into that 3 C's. You'd be fantastic at it. If I send you a quick business overview, would you watch it? It just flows right together. The other thing you can do is really talk with your hostesses. Ask your hostess halfway through the party if she would like to turn her party into her business launch party. If you have a hostess that's doing fantastic, you guys, do not be afraid of giving away your sales to your new hostess. It's going to help her launch her business fast and grow, and it's going to help you. I would much rather have an awesome presenter than an awesome hostess, okay, or those customers. Don't be afraid of losing sales to gain a presenter, all right? And then continue to offer exposures to your customer base. So if you guys have a customer VIP group, talk about the things you love about the business in your group. Talk about your why. Post something about your why. Get together with 4 or 5 other presenters on our Fast Track group and do an opportunity call. You don't have to wait for your upline to do it for you. Do a live opportunity event on Facebook. Run it just like a live party, but it's all about the opportunity. So take the initiative and get these things going. Okay, sponsoring through attraction marketing. So I have had some different examples, but you guys can't see it because you can't see my computer. Oh, how do you switch your party to her? Okay, so you can't actually switch a party over. So that's why you need to talk to your hostess as soon as an order or 2 starts coming in. You can say, you're already starting to get orders. Have you ever thought about being a presenter? Because we could totally just change this party over to your business launch. So you actually create a brand new link for her, okay? And then you change the link out in the party. So those, first couple sales won't go toward her launch party that she gets, but everything else will. So you basically get 10 more days then to do her launch party. So that's why I do it like as soon as orders start coming in, I approach her because, once she's like qualified, then, she's going to want those hostess rewards. She won't want to switch it over. So hopefully that makes sense. Attraction marketing. So you guys, Facebook is amazing. Facebook and YouTube is what has built my business. Totally, 100%. And it's about bringing, a lot of it has been bringing people to me. So Kelsey Stacy, you guys can follow her on Facebook. She does a lot of videos, and some of her videos have gone viral. Some of them haven't, but that's how people have started following her. Being positive on Facebook, no negativity, okay? No negativity at all, okay? Posting recognition. You guys, when you have someone on your team that promotes, post it on your Facebook profile and tag her. It's gonna do two things. It's selfish and helping your presenter, okay? It's two things. It's selfish, but you know, it's a business. So anyways, you're recognizing her, so it's gonna tag her so all of her friends are gonna see it. And you know, that's probably the best kind of recognition you can get when your upline posts for you, that you don't have to be like telling people, hey, I promoted or I did this. Someone else is validating your awesomeness, okay? And it could be something simple like, way to go on booking your first party. It doesn't even have to be a promotion, but it does something for you as well. So it's a little bit selfish. It does something for you as well. People see that you're having success. They see that your team is having success, and people are watching you. Like I posted on our group, I had a girl that I looked at her messages, and we've only messaged a few times. I literally messaged her 2 weeks after I joined, 2013 fall. And I added her as a friend, and she's been watching my posts, and she even told me, I've been watching your journey. You guys, I don't even know this girl, but she's been watching my journey. So I did the same thing with Nicole Smith. I watched her journey. I needed to see that she was successful and consistent before I jumped on board with her. And that took me 10 months of watching her on Facebook. So people are watching you. Post when you go to trainings, okay? Post when you get something in the mail. Don't worry about overdoing it with unique, but definitely mix up other things so it's not just unique. You know, post things about your kids and your family and the things that you're doing and the recipes that you're making. You know, post things that are asking for interaction from other people. Post at the right times. We talked about posting in the evenings. That's when people are on. Saturday and Sunday nights, you guys, women are on Facebook, okay? But the biggest thing about this is just being consistent. So people don't take you seriously until they see that you're consistent, and that is 100% true. So when you're just getting started, that's why I said traction marketing takes time. If you're just getting started, the more consistent you are, the quicker you'll start to see results from that. But it takes time. You know, your friends might not jump on board because they want to see, you know, hey, she's just talking about this makeup. I mean, she sells it, so she has to talk about it. So I want to see if she really likes it. If she keeps talking about it, she'll really like it. Okay, so you've sent out the messages. People are responding to you. Now what? Now what are you going to say? So you need to help. You need to close it, okay? First off, we already mentioned some people aren't going to get back to you. Some people are going to take a long time. Timing's not going to be right for them. They're going to go on your maybe later list, okay? And that's okay. For everybody else, you are going to follow up with them. You're going to write their name down so you know exactly who you're following up with that day or that month. So I always have a prospect list, and it's always got at least 10 people on it. Who am I following up with this month who's told me that they were interested in joining, or past, you know, hostess or customer or whatever. Keep it conversational. So if you're messaging somebody, don't word vomit. Don't send them this paragraph. Conversational. Ask questions, you guys. Questions help people feel heard, and they'll connect to you better. So, you know, I usually ask, you know, have you ever heard of Unique? Have you ever done direct sales before? You know, what are you looking for in a home-based business? See how Unique fits into that, okay? Do you have kids? Do you work right now? You know, tell me a little bit about yourself. The other thing I highly suggest is to get off Facebook. Get off Facebook, okay? Get on the phone. Meet them in person if they're local. That's like the best thing to do if they're local. Get on a Google Hangout. You guys, it's free to do a Google Hangout. You can see their face. They can see your face. We're a relationship business. They're not joining the company, they're joining you. So it's going to be a lot harder to connect with them if you can't talk with them and get all excited and have a conversation, because that's really what it is. You need to have a conversation with them. Okay, ask a lot of questions. And then don't ask yes or no questions. Did you like the video? Well, that's a yes or no. Do you want to join? That's a yes or no. Okay, you sound like my husband. Actually, I get that a lot from my husband too. So you can, and actually Kelsey got that a lot from her husband too. You know, what are you doing on Facebook? Why are you on Facebook? And you guys have to watch her video because she's hilarious. She's like, she told her husband one time, I'm just going to go take a bath, just so he would stop asking her about being on the computer or being on her phone. And then she went and worked in her bathroom. So, but her husband's not complaining now, because now last month, Kelsey, so let me tell you really quick a little bit about Kelsey. because I just think she's awesome. She joined November 2014. So like just over a year ago. Last month, she earned over $14,000 with her business. So her husband doesn't complain anymore. But you guys, that's a year. Like, she committed when she worked the business that she would work as hard as she can for a year. You guys, a year. That's like, with this fast track, I'm like, just work as hard as you can, 90 days. Give it your all. Do everything that you can. And you know what? Then you do, okay, now I can do another 90 days. Now I can do another 90 days, okay? This is not fairy tale. This is not like wishing unicorns, crossing your fingers. You guys, people are earning great money, and it's a short amount of time. So if they can do it, you can do it, okay? All right, I think that was pretty much most of the sponsoring stuff. You guys, there's 16 days left in the month, not counting Sundays, okay? 16 days. I'm personally challenging you to invite 5 people every single day to join the business with you. 5 people, okay? We're gonna use that method. If I would you, send them a tool, have them watch it, follow up with them, see what they think, okay? If you are not satisfied with doing the norm and you wanna sponsor more people, okay, up it to 10, all right? But 5 is the minimum. That's what this group, that's what we're gonna hold you to, okay? 5. And think of it like a science experiment. Like I said, I'm a math nerd, science nerd. I love experiments. So think of it like a science experiment. And you guys have to keep track of who you talk to. So I now have an Excel spreadsheet. When I add someone as a friend, they go on my Excel spreadsheet. So I know to comment, like it's systematic, okay? It's a business. If I send them an invitation, their name goes down. So I know that who I need to follow up with, who I send an invitation to, okay? So let's just review your assignments for this week. Number 1, you're gonna write out your list. You're gonna put stars next to everyone that you think would be awesome at this business, that is already a customer, that wears products, okay? You're gonna get rid of that fear that prevents you from progressing, okay? And you're gonna start inviting 5 people every day. Start with that list, okay? Yeah, Vicki, the tool I would do is a video or a sound bite. So on our group, I will post several different examples. You are welcome to use anyone else's example. A lot of them do not put their website on, and if they put their website on, don't use them. But your comments, you guys are so funny. Or you can make your own. So like what Kelsey did is she watched Amber Voigt's, she watched someone else, she made her own. It was like 5 minutes. So not a hard thing to do at all. Just taking that time, sitting down, doing it. If you don't like Excel, use a notebook. You guys, use whatever is going to work for you. So notebook, paper and I do not get along. I lose papers like nobody's business. So Excel, I have to use something like that on my computer. But whatever works for you, it's totally good. I want you to take a picture of your list after you've drawn the stars on and upload it to the group, okay? We want to see that you're doing this, okay? Yeah, that's it. I want you guys to make a sponsoring goal. Next week, we're going to talk about selling, okay, and how to structure your business, all right? For those of you that are working toward green this month, I want you to think about something, or blue or green. Everything centers on pinks on your team. Okay, that's also going to be part of our training in the fast track group, is how to build pinks, because blue is literally 2 pinks. That's it. Okay, pink or green is 4 pinks. All you have to do is build 4 pinks direct to you. Okay, 4 people that hit pink. So if you have already hit pink, you need to help other people do exactly what you just did. So if you hit pink, now you know how to hit pink. So teach someone on your team how to hit pink. And if you are not close to being on track this month for hitting green and you really want to hit green, you've got to get your girls to pink. That's the secret. And guess what? Pink is not crazy hard. Okay, it's not difficult. Someone can hit pink in a month if they really want to, but it's about sponsoring and bring people in. So if you love this idea of, hey, inviting 5 people, find the runners on your team and get them doing the same exact thing that you're doing this week. Writing out your list of everyone you know. In fact, every new presenter that you bring to the company, I want you to train them on this. Write out a list, everybody they know, put stars, start inviting, okay? Alongside, parties and the other stuff that they're doing, but sponsoring has to be super intentional, okay? Do you guys have any questions about this? I'm gonna post Kelsey's call are recording from this last week's training. I have about 3 or 4 different worksheets I'll upload to the group that will help you if you want to use them. Write out your contacts. Shannon, you're going to love this. It has spots right now on 5 people a day that you contact, okay? It's paper. You can put it in a notebook. There's another one that has the pink, how to build your team by building pinks. So any questions? You guys, Kelsey sponsors 20 people every single month, okay? And I'll let you watch her video, but she'll tell you kind of her story, but her husband's in the hospital right now and has been for like 4 months. She's working out of a hospital, you guys, and she still is sponsoring 20 people every single month, okay? Yeah, I'll take a screenshot of my Excel worksheet. The link for the replay, it's on YouTube. I'll post it to the group so you can have it. All right, you guys. So I need a commitment from everybody on this call. Who is committed to inviting 5 people every single day through the rest of the month? Okay, you can do everything, anything you can. 2 weeks, right? 16 days. We can do anything for 16 days. So I need a commitment from those that say, yes, I'm going to do it. All right, it's going to change your business, you guys. Kelsey went from white status to black status in like 8 months. And this is how she did it, okay? So you guys can do it. If she can do it, you can do it, all right? It's not a secret. This is the way to do it. I'm so excited. Can you guys tell I'm excited? I'm so excited. All right, it makes me want to barf. You know what? It's that fear, right? Don't worry about what people think of you. It's just checking it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. All right, I'm done for the day. And then you move on, do whatever else you want to do, okay? We'll all feel sick together. It's all good. All right, have a wonderful day. I know this call went a little bit late, but I feel like this is like a huge key. Just if you're struggling with sponsoring at all, this is what you need to do, okay? So don't be the people that listen to this call and then don't do it, you guys. Do it. Do it. I want to see your business grow. All right, bye everyone.